Feeling of forcing oneself to do something. I'm looking for a word that captures that feeling of forcing oneself to do something that is not motivating anymore. Normally when one has motivation, it takes little to no effort to start doing it. It is a natural thing to do. However, if there be no motivation, one may be compelled to do it for other reasons, e.g., for social validation. In those cases, one forces oneself to do the task. Is there a word for it? I think this would be the antonym, in a certain profound sense, of the word procrastination, wherein one forces oneself not to do something, which one should be doing. I'm looking for a word wherein one forces oneself to do something, which one need not be doing, as there is no real responsibility to do so, also because there is no intrinsic motivation. I'll provide some related words so as to help the reader. Stick-to-itive, tending to persist or stick to an activity or effort. This looks like the closest answer I could find, but it doesn't quite capture the part where the tendency to force oneself to persist/stick is done despite the lack of motivation or real responsibility. Fidelity, faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief, demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. In particular, the faithfulness to a belief part applies here, inasmuch as the forcing is done for other reason, wherein that reason tends to be some imagined belief, e.g., if I don't do this, I'll be demoralized, often rooted in herd mentality. And the continuing loyalty part lends credence to the automatic/semi-conscious nature, as opposed to it being thought out, of the forcing. Example usage. John, unwittingly forces himself, to continue participating in competition X, despite no longer having the genuine motivation for it. It would seem that he strongly believes on the worth of staying ahead of others, in order to force himself as that, and thereby risk spending time on otherwise meaningless activities instead of doing something out of genuine enjoyment.
The word I would use in this situation would be grudgingly. In essence, it can be used to express that a task is being reluctantly or unwillingly completed. Grudgingly done, given, or allowed unwillingly, reluctantly, or sparingly. From Oxford Languages, which definition connotes the emotion of resentment. Grudge _ing a reluctant or resentful manner. I grudgingly accepted his apology.
Sometimes people do things out of a sense of duty, so a daughter might dutifully tend to her elderly mother even though the motivation for so doing has long gone. She goes through the motions because she feels she ought to. As Lily rightly points out, duty-bound introduces the sense of being forced into doing something. Well spotted, Lily.
Sounds like reluctance to me. Feeling or showing aversion, hesitation, or unwillingness, having or assuming a specified role unwillingly. Strain. He loved playing baseball at a young age. He never missed a practice. By the time he was 18, though, he had lost most of his interest in sports, and going to practice was a strain. Push yourself. He loved playing baseball at a young age. He never missed a practice. By the time he was 18, though, he had lost most of his interest in sports, and had to push himself to go to practice. Strain noun, severe, trying, or fatiguing pressure or exertion dictionary.com.
To resign oneself to some fact or necessary choice is to accept it. Also see resignation. It fits your sentence very nicely. John resigned himself to continue participating in competition X, despite no longer having the genuine motivation for it.
If you want to support the channel, please consider